Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mamta's Spiritual Radiance. This is a tarot reading channel and today the reading is for the star sign Capricorn for the month of September 2021. I'll begin with the Signifactor card which gives you the essence for this month, the main energy for this month, followed by the Angels or the Unicorn Tarot deck. It gives you the key message that is coming from your guiding angel as to how you should act. I do the 5-card reading which talks about your recent past, present and near future with the energies going against or working for you and then the outcome. And then I'll try to sum up the reading with the knowledge or the gyan that we get from the Gita's deck. So the Signifactor card that I got for you for Capricorn is the Emperor. The Emperor, the main message out from you is organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. I'll try to relate this card with the 5 card that I get out here. The Unicorn message is the soul purpose, and the angels are asking you to act on your soul purpose today. So what is happening here is Emperor is a person who is the king, who is the one who is in leading the project probably. Emperor is a person who is the most experienced person or the head of the family, and he is now required to take certain important decisions because it's for him to act now. Now let's see what the 5-card readings are saying. The very first card that I begin with, it's 5 of Wands. It shows that probably the end of August or the beginning of September could be around some difference of opinions, some tough competition happening around, some things that you come to know which may not be according to your liking, because this is the energy that I have for you in the first or the beginning of September. The present or how you would be behaving mostly in September is the Strength card. This is a major arcana card. So since the beginning of the September or since the beginning of the month is not as pleasant as you want it to be, the way to deal with it or the only way to go across is you need to show self-control. Now you see this is a lady here and she is taming a lion. She is not taming a lion by power or by force. She is trying to have control over this lion with love and affection. So what we need to understand is not every situation requires you to get heated up. How much ever tempting or irritating the surroundings could be for you, how much ever discouraging or not supporting the surroundings would be, you still are supposed to maintain your peace and calm. You need to be very self-controlled. You need to be very disciplined. That's where the energy for Emperor is coming into picture. The Emperor should be able to handle his subjects, the good subjects or the bad subjects accordingly. He is well versed. He knows how to deal with what kind of people. And it's not going to be in your favor if you start getting reactive or if you start being very rude or giving harsh words around, because if you don't have good self-control, it might lead into situations which are painful for you. What you need to do is, from how much ever disheartening, how much ever painful the situations are around you, you need to show self-control. You need to have the strength, the inner strength. It doesn't necessarily mean the physical strength. Any tough decision, any tough scenarios in life could be handled if you try to face it with a smile on your face, or if you try to face it calm, with a peace of your mind and in a calm manner. The energy that is going against you is probably you're being doubtful, probably you're having second thoughts, you are not as to clear how to go about it, probably you're not able to understand the root cause for all this difference of opinion, you're not able to understand why people or why the situations are not going in your favor right now, and that's the reason probably you're not able to take right actions as to how to deal with it. The outcome that I get here is 3 of Wands. Now the 3 of Wands says that just because of this clarity or lack of clarity, and the unfavorable situations around, you're trying to move away from this scenario. You want to be as far away from this current scenarios as possible, because you're searching for happiness, you're searching for peace of mind, which is not available to you in the current scenario. So what it seems is that probably you're put into a situation where you are supposed to take certain decisions, or you are the person who's leading a family, you're a person who's leading a project, and the things are not going the way you wanted them to be. The things are ruffled, it's not going smooth, there could be people having arguments, not listening to you, things going out of control for you. But the ask from you is that since you're the one in the lead position, you are required to take some actions. Some of the actions may not be as pleasant, but you are required to take actions, but you're required to be in self-control at the same time. You currently do not have the clarity when you deal with them, and that's the reason you would require to focus and meditate and try to get some answers how to deal with the scenarios. Now I would like to clarify all the 5 cards here for the sake of Capricorn, to understand why is it going so difficult for you, Capricorns. So let me give clarifier for the 5 of Wands, your Rangers. Please give me clarifying card for the 5 of Wands here. The 5 of Wands, I got clarifier as the renewal. It says that you need to review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new decision. Probably the first approach that you had in the beginning when you were brought across the situation, you might have to rethink what the plan of action was. You might have to change some plans in order to deal with the new current challenging scenarios that have suddenly abruptly come in front of you. When I try to clarify the strength card, I get Ace of Air, which is Ace of Swords, and it says brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So it's like you need to change your perspective. You need to start seeing into the situation from someone else. Do not be limited by what options you had in the past. Try to think it, or try to think out of the box. There could be something new that you can do, but you were limiting yourself because you thought, I have only these options. No. Try to think something else, because there could be some new answers coming to you. When I try to clarify the 3 of Swords, I'm getting the High Priestess. The High Priestess says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Again, I'm saying you have to be very disciplined. You have to think twice before you open your mouth or if you take any decisions, and do not be limited by the scenarios in the past. Do not think that these are the only options to you. Try to imagine what is the outcome that you want, and based on the outcome, go a step back, reverse calculation, and try and think what all would be required to make this into this outcome. And when you do a reverse calculation, you need to convey that message out to the people whom you're dealing with. And yes, convincing them is going to be challenging for you. When I try to clarify the Moon card says, if you deal with it properly, there's going to be inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents and contracts. What I feel is probably in case some people who are fed up with the scenarios, who probably are looking out for better opportunities, you could be looking out, or you could be expecting some good news coming your way. Probably certain interviews might have gone successful for you, and those could be the greener pastures that you were looking forward. As I said, you want to get away from the situation as quick as possible, and you are awaiting certain news coming to you. You might have given certain interviews in the past for which there could be some positive answers coming your way. Let's clarify the 3 of Wands again, and the card that I get here is the 2 of Air, which says that you're not able, or you're not willing to make a decision. The stagnancy that you have around you right now is because it's created by you. Since you lack the clarity, you're also not able to take a decision. So don't be the pigeon who closes the eyes and think the cat will not see it. You closing your eyes does not make the difficult scenarios go away. You require to open up your eyes, accept that you are dealing with the situation, and then imagine the outcome that you want, and then work on the action, the plan of action. By simply ignoring it or simply trying to go away from it, these problems will not go away from you. You are required to deal with these problems head on. Pull it by the horns and try to get an answers from there. But when I say pull it by horns, I'm not asking you to get aggressive. What I'm asking you is deal all the difficult situations with love. Even a lion can be tamed when you approach peacefully, when you approach lovingly. And yes, as I said, you need to first visualize what kind of outcome you wish, and then backtrace and see what all would be required, what all resources would be required, what all planning would be required. It might also ask you to change your plans. And don't be limited by the thought process that I have only 2 options. Think out of the box. Think how things could have been done if you were given this. And if you feel that is feasible, then go ahead and demand for that kind of resource, demand for those kind of environment. It could be trouble in the relationship. Try and see what are the challenges, why are we having these many arguments. Probably we are not able to see the root cause behind it. Probably your partner is not being upfront about what is actually bothering her or him. And try to have a peaceful talk and understand. It may not be that the partner wants to argue with you. It may not be that the family wants to argue with you. There is some underlying reason for this which you should be able to identify. And that's the reason you need to have a very calm approach and see. Probably you may have to take some steps back. You may have to change your approach. There could be change of action plan, and then see how it goes for you. Overall, what I feel is September is going to be challenging for you, Capricorn. You might require to deal with the situation and think in a way that is not usually your style. But there's also positive thing coming towards you in the end, towards the end of September. Probably there could be some good news coming your way. Some people coming back to you with the responses on your tenders, your contracts, or the interviews that you give. But what exactly would that be? We are yet to see in the next month's reading. I'm hopeful that the reading for the month of October, as compared to the month of September, could be on a more positive note. So I leave you with that thought process. I also need to read out the Gita card or the message that you have for you. Again, this Gita card relates to what is the essence for this month, which was given to you by the angel and the signifactor card. So the Gita card that I got here is Lord Ganesha, and it says below, the doubting soul. It says that probably who is self-doubting, a person who's doubting all the scenarios, who is not confident enough. The message here that we have here is, but the ignorant and faithless person who doubts the truth will forever be lost. The doubting soul is happy neither in this life nor the next. So what they're trying to say, if you don't have a strong faith, and if you always keep questioning things, if you always keep saying this is not happening, how can this happen? If you don't trust, or if you don't show faith, you are the reason for your own happiness. You're never going to be happy with whatever is being presented to you. And if you carry on with this attitude, you're unhappy now, and you could be unhappy forever. So you're going to be unhappy now, in the next birth as well, in your future as well. That's the reason I'm saying you need to change your plan. You need to change your course of action. You need to think out of box. Focus on what exactly you want and how that outcome can be achieved had it been someone else. And then try to think from another perspective. So I hope you do get some answers out here, Capricorn. I hope it helps you to take better actions. If in case you need some more insight, some more clarity, please do reach out to me on the details given below in this description box. I hope it's a better reading in the month of October, and it does very well for the month of September too. Bye-bye. Take care. All the best.